everyone, welcome to the Healing Room. My name is Els and today I would like to talk to you about how an online or remote body inquiry session actually works. So how does it work? It's amazing. Working with energy allows us to do sessions with clients all over the world. I have clients in the States, in Mexico, the Netherlands, Egypt. And basically what you can do is you can call in from anywhere in the world and have a healing session here in the healing room in Todos Santos. It's amazing. So how does this work? A little disclaimer, I do not know scientifically how this works. I think as humans we have quite a long way to go in the science around working with the subtle energy bodies. So this is not going to be a scientific explanation. This is more about the experience around an online session. So basically what happens, you book a session with me and we start. I usually use Zoom or phone or another teleconferencing tool to get in touch with you. And so we discuss about the things that you want to work on, what is alive for you, like what is it that needs to happen today for you. And then what happens is I place the laptop that I use, I place it on the massage table and I call forth your energy to be with us here as if you were here in person. And so the interesting thing is I actually sense it when somebody's energy comes into the room. And you might know this feeling yourself. Like you may be sitting somewhere and somebody walks into the room behind you. You can't hear or see them coming in, but you sense it. You feel somebody coming in. That's exactly the feeling that I get when a client comes in. And yeah, so the energy comes in, and that's when we start. We start opening up the session. And so with body inquiry, what happens is we access the subconscious mind. The body consciousness, it's part of the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. A little bit about that, because what it does, it records everything that has happened to you in your entire life, all of your thoughts, all of your beliefs, everything. And so what it does, it takes this information and it converts it into operating programs so that once you learn something, you can actually, it's stored in the subconscious and you can kind of like pull it up without thinking about it so much anymore. It's beautiful, beautiful technology. However, what it doesn't do is it doesn't extinguish between things that are nurturing for you, like thoughts and beliefs and operating programs that are nurturing for you, or ones that cause harm. So in our day-to-day lives, we can't usually access the subconscious mind. But in a body inquiry session, this is exactly what we do. So we take the time, we open up the energy, and we open up the conversation with your subconscious mind, with the body consciousness. So how does that work? I actually use a pendulum. So what happens is I ask a question to the body, and these are always closed questions. And what happens is the body responds. The energy field will expand when the answer is a yes, and it will contract when it's a no. It's interesting because your subconscious will give through these messages to my subconscious, and in turn my subconscious will translate these into movements with the pendulum, which will swing back and forth for a yes and sideways for a no. So I ask the body about the issue that you're working on. I ask it to reveal the root cause of it. Sometimes it's something physical, like it could be a toxin in the body, or it could be a nutrient that you're missing, or it could be a parasite. And usually we'll look for supplements or other remedies that can help the body get back into balance. More often though, what I find is the root cause is something emotional, or it could be a limiting belief. An example of this, especially the limiting belief, is, for example, you were bullied when you were younger. And when we're young, this is the time when the subconscious is actually taking up a lot of information about how to thrive and how to live and survive in this world. And we don't usually have a great perspective when we're kids. So when you get bullied, like one of the ways for the body to to deal with that is to make the conclusion that, you know, you must be unworthy to be experiencing this. And this belief of unworthiness then translates into a program of unworthiness that will be with you throughout your life. It's like a computer. So this program will be up and running until you actually consciously decide to change it. The beautiful thing is, this is what we do in body inquiry sessions. So we look for a limiting belief and then we reprogram it. Another thing that could be the cause of an issue is something emotional. And so energetic, emotional, I like to interchange because for me, emotions are energies in motion. And so I like to think of the body as like an optimal flow of energy. You're flowing, it's like a river. But then something happens, something intense happens that you can't process straight away. For example, like a loved one dies. And there's so much grief, but you can't process it because it's just too hurtful, or you have to like, get into getting shit done mode and can't process these emotions straight away. Your body can hold on to them, but like blocks in a river, basically they change the flow of the energy. And so if this is like, if you hold on to that grief for too long, it will actually alter the way the energy flows through the body. Sometimes and this can result in like physical ailments. And so there's tons of other things that can happen in an energy session. But these are the most common ones. So basically what we do is we ask the body like, hey, what do you need in order to release this energy or reprogram this belief? And by doing that, we actually restore the optimal flow of the body, and thus helping you to resolve the issue. It's really a beautiful way. So most of the times things are resolved almost miraculously, but not so miraculously after one session. Sometimes it's deeper, it works in layers. So sometimes it takes a few sessions to really work through an issue, especially if they're deeply rooted. Yeah, and this is what this is what happens in a session. So the result of a session is that you feel a lot lighter, a lot clearer, like some weight lifted off your shoulders. Usually the issue that you're working on, it takes a few days for your body to adjust to the new flow of energy. So usually you'll see improvements within like a week to up to 10 days. Yeah, and you get a way better understanding of how your body actually works and how your body processes things. So if you are ready for your healing journey and for your own session, please feel free to book your free discovery call at www.elsenzo.com. And if you have any questions or remarks, please drop them down in the comments below. Thank you.